Drink this?
Or drink that?
Let's find out. It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
And it's a Drink This or That, and it's our first ever blind Drink This or That.
I do love a Drink This or That, so I'm very excited to do it blind.
Well, we're doing it blind.
Why didn't we do it blind before, Chad?
Well, it makes the most sense with this one because these are from the same distillery. They're only off by 5 proof points. Other times it's like, you know, oh, this is obviously Wild Turkey. Well, this one's obviously Buffalo Trace. Like,
some people would say that we should always do them blind.
And we would most of the time agree with you. But sometimes it's just so easy.
Like you said, sometimes I just...
Like, this is Brown Foreman.
I can just smell it now.
And this one's nutty. Could be Jim Beam. You know, it's
and
like...
it's not on purpose, but we've been doing this for 6 years.
We're just so damn good.
Stop. Ew. Gross.
These are blind, and the reason, as we said, that we're doing this is because they're both made from Barton 1792. There's a price difference between this. If you saw our flight fight where we did our P3 math equation, that's
price per proof.
That's it's not a game show, Sarah, but maybe it should be.
Maybe it should be.
But if you didn't see it, basically you take the price, divide it by the proof, so divided by 125, divided by 120, and then that gets you basically the cost per proof point, or P3, as we called it. This had a P3 rating of like 0.400.
So 40 cents per proof point.
This one had a P3 rating of 0.1875.
Like 19 cents per proof point.
So when you break it down to cents, yeah. And that was adjusted for this liter, which is only sold in a liter, adjusted down to a 750 like this one.
Right, if
just
they were
to
the
keep
same
things,
size.
Yeah, $30 for a liter, usually around $50 for a 750.
Which, you know, I think is worth discussing because these do have some availability similarities and differences between them, right?
Okay, yeah.
Can't always find this on the shelf, but when you do, it's usually reasonably priced. But
yeah, usually
again,
$50.
You know, not everybody carries it all the time. It's one of
But
those
some places, you know, some people in the comments will be like, I can walk in any day and find that on my shelf.
That's great. I haven't seen this on the shelf in probably a
few months.
year.
Nah,
I don't know.
It's been a few months.
I don't go shopping as much.
I go
as you
shopping
do.
more.
Yeah.
I saw this around Christmas, I believe.
Right. It's
now March. Time of this filming.
This one is made to be available only at Costco.
As it says, Barton 1792. It's sold out. Like, people were just like, you know. Actually, we have to thank our buddy Chad.
Thanks, Chad. He's not talking about himself.
I'm not talking about myself, although I often do, for loaning us this bottle because, yeah, we didn't make it to our Costco in time. So thank you, Chad.
Thank you, Chad.
Let's go ahead, just with what is in our right hand. I guess that's how we'll do it.
Yep, we poured them. They're marked on the bottom. Chad mixed them up while I was not at the table. Then I came back, mixed them up. Smells like Barton.
I'm gonna say this is from 1792.
Actually, this one has, I mean, I know that they're both owned by Sazerac, but this one almost gives me a little bit more of a Buffalo Tracy vibe.
Really?
Yeah. A dark plum.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not your typical grapiness,
No,
but yeah.
it's not a grape, it's a plum.
Sure. It makes me think of Christmas, actually. It's spicy. Maybe it's like sugar plum fairies dancing in my head right now, but it's very mulled spices or...
Oh, I thought you said mold. Mulled.
Mulled. Yeah, kind of Christmassy flavors.
Oh, okay. There is some baking spice and some brown sugar in there.
It smells great. To your health.
Ooh, liking the proof, liking the mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Still with that almost grapey, but not quite. I would call it a plum.
Wow, yes. Wow.
Plum, brown sugar, spices.
Remember either of these being so purple.
You know, sometimes something just tastes purple.
This tastes purple, man.
I feel like we should start color coding everything we taste. Like, if I were to pick a color for this bourbon, what would it be? Would that be helpful for people? I don't know, but I think it would be fun.
This one I would nickname Violet Beauregard.
Like, really bright and airy things would be like in the yellow, like bright yellow orange, like crisp.
Like, what's its aura, right? The color of your aura type of thing?
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, all right, new book.
Or like,
Copyright. It's
this would
Bourbon
be
Night
perfect for this zodiac sign. People would hate that.
Can you combine these two bourbons? No, their signs are so different. Okay, I feel like I got a good handle on right. Right for us, left for you.
Oh, very different nose. I expected these to be a lot closer.
Much more fruity and floral. Not as dark as
also getting
this one over here.
Maybe a little more oak and earth.
I mean, okay, on your earth, but meadow and flowers and
outdoorsy.
Growing
I'll give you
pains.
outdoorsy.
Sitcom from the 80s.
I will not give you Alan Thicke.
Boner. You guys remember Boner?
Why do I keep splashing myself with this?
If you're in the first 3 rows, you're in the splash zone.
This one drinks hotter. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
No. It's juicier. It's more viscous. It tastes more elevated. Like, I want a second sip of this.
Something tells me that we're flip-flopped, but...
We may have flip-flopped ourselves. This is our first time doing this blind, so don't blame us.
Well, it's not like we've never done anything else blind before, Chad. I don't think that excuse quite flies. It does have a good viscosity, but... Whew, that heat.
See, I'm thinking this one had more.
Powerful. This one has a little bit more, I can taste more maybe like the malted barley content. A little more of that, not super nutty, but that like nutty, earthy thing that I think is going on. It's like oak and nutty and earthy, and it's good though, not earthy in a bad way. It doesn't taste like dirt.
You know what this one makes me want to say? I feel like this
A woman?
I feel like a woman. So you're Brad Pitt or is that a different song?
Same artist.
Shania Twain. Different songs, right?
Yeah, that don't impress me much.
That don't impress me much. This does
Man,
impress
I wanted to
me
be
much.
her so bad when I was
Really?
a kid. Oh yeah, the video where she's like walking through the desert in the leopard print. I was like, can I be you?
So funny, you own no leopard print.
I don't own any leopard prints. Probably because I feel like I can't rock it like Shania Twain. We have gone off on so many tangents this episode.
Welcome to It's Bourbon Night.
Have you been here before? This is what we do. All right.
I'm gonna go back to the right hand bourbon.
I feel like that's a good name for a brand.
Right hand bourbon? Mm-hmm. All right, copyright It's Bourbon Night 2022.
You can't, that's how that works.
Your basic shotgun rules. Yeah, I feel like this one over here in this hand is a little sharper edges, maybe not as old, or maybe not picked from as cherry spots of the warehouse. It's still good, still really good, especially if it's lower priced. If it's this one over here, I don't know, but
you know, it could use some polishing. It's got good flavors. It's got a good mouthfeel. It's just really aggressive with the heat.
Yep.
Like, I think it's drinking hotter than the one on my right.
Okay, before we go on with this, we want to hit pause and tell you about our home on the internet. Beep, beep. It's whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get the Copitas. Nope, these are called Glencairns that we're drinking from, but we do have Copitas. We have rocks glasses, water glasses, challenge coins, t-shirts, hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, candles, and more, always coming soon at whiskyambitions.com.
You can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join for as little as $1 a month. We'll do another round where Chad shares more of that kind of stuff. That's also where we release.
It's where we It's where we release all of our barrel picks, our single barrel picks. We also have you already said another round with Chad and Sarah.
I did, but that's
lots of extras, and we release lots
unfortunately,
of things
it's more of this
at
as well.
patreon.com/itsbourbonnight.
Just go check it out.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and say what our vote is here.
Okay.
So we're gonna put them out here. It's gonna be a 3, 2, 1. Put our hand over our.
Before
favorite.
we do that, Chad, I want to say I struggled a lot with this one.
Okay.
I flip-flopped back and forth a lot.
Mm-hmm. That says something.
I know, right? We took a few minutes and I was like, because these are both high proof, so I was like, let my palate come down and like reassess. And then it was clear to me after I had done that. But I will say, like,
in the moment,
it was very much a toss-up, which I think says a lot. Like you said, I think,
sure.
You know, that really speaks to the quality of this one. So whatever wins, it's closer than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
To be honest.
Well, let's go ahead and reveal our votes in 3, 2, 1. Okay, same decision. What'd it be? What'd it do?
What'd it do?
1792 full proof.
Okay. I was Team Kirkland for a little bit.
Okay.
For a little bit.
Well, same distillery. First of off, how Kirkland sources from Barton 1792.
It says
how
that.
are they getting? I know, but how are they getting such an amazing product for what would amount to $22.50 in this size? How are they doing that? I know there's 5 proof points difference here, and it is a single barrel where this is not. Okay,
Right.
So maybe this is, single barrels we have seen can vary. We've seen this in Henry McKenna. We've seen this in E.H. Taylor single barrels.
Yes, for sure.
You can get an amazing amazing barrel and you can get a not so amazing barrel. So it could possibly be, this is the only one we've ever tasted, that this is one of those exceptional ones. So there's that, grain of salt. But how are they doing this? $22.50 for a $7.50, $30 for a liter. Only way they sell it.
Magic.
How are you doing this, Costco?
Well, and this is...
I know you're huge, but...
Retail, what's this? I mean, they buy in bulk, I guess.
$49.99, I think, is retail.
So $20 difference.
Yeah.
For a $20 difference, and
well,
again,
let's call it $22.50 to equal the sizes.
Almost a $30 difference. If this were, I mean, I think we should say it's a $20 difference, but you get more.
Look at the P3 rating.
Right.
For God's sakes. Look at the P3.
Will you look at the P3?
Would you look at the P3 rating?
Oh my gosh. I really am surprised that there's such a price difference between the two, with as much of a struggle that I had between the two of them. In the end, it came down to the finish on the 1792 Full Proof, I think, was more refined and stronger for me. So I was like, oh, I want to go with that.
Well, for you to do the finish with me, I felt like the palate and the mouthfeel was just more viscous and the palate was just more enjoyable on the 1792. It just...
But closer than you thought it was going to be, right?
Yes, but from the rep, this just tasted a little bit more polished. Actually, what came to mind was Chandler from Friends saying, I'm staring at the weenus and I'm not pleased. I'm like, these P3 numbers, I'm staring at the P3 numbers and... Don't
encourage him with a laugh. I can't hear you where you are, but I know you did.
Give me an LOL.
I know you didn't laugh.
Drink this, I guess.
I picked the 1792. But if I walked into Costco and they had one of these for $30,
oh, I'm buying this.
And they had this one for regular,
and I'm also
$49.
buying this.
That's Chad's mentality, though. Not everybody.
Swoop.
Yeah, not everyone's like that. I think I would go with this.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I love 1792.
You're not missing
Full
those
Proof.
5 points in proof.
No, I think they both drank very similar in proof.
If I was in a pinch, like, not that money is never not an issue, but like if I was like, I got some money burning a hole in my pocket, what am I?
And you're not gonna take me on a date.
And I'm not gonna take you on a date. If I'm just thinking about Chad, I'd be like, you know what?
This is my villain origin story.
I'm gonna treat myself, and I'm gonna get this 1792. But if I'm like, man, payday's not for another 10 days or whatever, you know, like this is not something I would say only in a pinch. I'd be like, yeah, this
exceeds expectations.
That's what it do. Much better value, I'd say.
Price and everything, price and availability excluded. You put these side by side, I'm gonna pick this one.
Great P3 rating.
Right, but this one has a better P3 rating and honestly is just a really good value. So
I love how we're making that a thing, and that's now out in the universe. And
we're gonna put
it's gonna be on
P3
Wikipedia.
on like a shirt or something. Ask me about my P3 rating.
Ask me about my P3. All right.
No one's gonna buy that.
No.
Please let us leave it there.
Fair enough. Okay, hey, if you made it this far in the video, first of all, bless you. Second of all, let us know down in the comments what you would like to see for our next Drink This or That, and if you think we should do it blind or if it wouldn't matter, if we're just too brilliant to, not figure it out.
Ew.
But let us know. Also, if you haven't subscribed to us already, you need to do so just for these pop culture references alone. You can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. You can watch those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, till next time, drink more bourbon.